Hi guys, today I am going to talk to you about the new Avon Calming Effects Powder Foundation, and the shade that I have is Ivory. Now, just a little disclaimer, I have never used a mineral foundation before. I'm a complete novice, but I thought I would take you on the journey with me and see how easy it really is to use this product. So first of all, you lift this little lid here. I thought it was going to be a screw top. This is something that's always put me off mineral foundations and any mineral products, to be quite honest, is the actual packaging and the design, because it's so messy and I just think it's going to get all over my carpet. But this has got a flip top lid, which I did open a second ago. There we go. Flip top lid, and then inside it has this little plastic cover. Oh, so you take that off. Oh, and it just allows a little bit of the product to come out. So I'm assuming, do we shake this out a little bit? So I have a good amount of product possibly here. I have no idea. Let's see. I'll just zoom in slightly so you can actually see the application. Okay, I'm going to use this little kabuki brush, this one right here, and let's see. Well, I have to tell you, I am so glad that I did a half and half face, because I seriously, as I was applying it, I was like, this is not really doing anything. I'm not seeing any coverage, I'm not seeing kind of any improvement, but I don't know if you can tell from that, but it's basically covered everything, and yet it looks so natural. I'm looking down here in the mirror and it just looks like I'm not wearing anything. It's completely bizarre. And yet this side, as you can see, I've got lots of little marks, like acne scarring. I've got a little bit of this is the same on this side. I've got a little bit of discoloration around here from some hyperpigmentation that I got whilst I was pregnant. Lots of little marks that I kind of endeavour to cover with a regular foundation, and I'm really, really impressed already. So I'm going to do the other half of my face and see whether we agree that it still looks pretty natural. But seriously, I would not have believed that it had really done much had I not done kind of a half and half side by side comparison, because it really doesn't look to me in the mirror like I'm wearing any foundation on this side of my face. Well, I think we can consider this a very good first impression. I'm going to just put a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I was a bit not sure about this because putting kind of a cream product on top of a powder product is totally foreign to me, but I'm going to use this illuminating concealer, the Luxe one. I'm just going to put a little bit of it, and then I plan to set it with a touch more of the mineral foundation. I have just a little bit, because again, I feel like I would need something on top of this. Wow, that is really, really nice. It really doesn't look like I'm wearing much at all. It's very, very light. The fact that, I mean, it doesn't really feel like anything either, and yet I know that it did cover, so bizarre, but I'm going to go and put on the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back in a little while and see how well it is lasting, because for me, that is the true test of any foundation. There are plenty that I like the finish of, but how it actually lasts on my skin is top, because if it doesn't last, then there's not a lot of point putting it on in the morning, is there? Especially if you're going to work for a long day, you don't want to go to the bathroom at midday and be like, oh my god, what does my face look like? So the test will be how well it lasts. So I will come back to you in a little while and see. Okay, I came back a little bit sooner than a couple of hours because whilst I was doing my makeup, I realised that my oil was already, I'm a little bit warm, so maybe it's sweat, but it was kind of coming through already, and I was looking a little bit more glowy than I would like. Also, under my eyes, I look a little bit cakey. Now, the rest of my face still looks really, really natural, but I would say I probably applied a little bit too much under my eyes. I probably would use a regular powder on top of this, which is completely mind-blowing because it's a powder foundation. But you kind of have to think, I suppose, of this being the base and then having something to lock it in. For me, that's going to work better, and I definitely would have used kind of a less heavy powder under my eyes, which normally you would anyway, but because it was a powder, I kind of looked at it as a powder, whereas in fact it is actually a foundation. So just a little note, something that I've noticed since applying my makeup, but I still really like the finish of the makeup. I do think I'm probably going to have to powder throughout the day. I don't think that the oil control is going to be quite as nice as I thought it might be, but then again, it's very, very rare for something to actually keep me matte all day. In fact, I don't think I've ever found something that does. So I'm going to give it that. If the finish lasts and if the coverage lasts, I'm going to be very, very happy. So it's been around 5 hours, and I am definitely seeing some oil come through. Under normal circumstances I would powder and knock that shine away a little bit, but the rest of the foundation is holding up really, really nicely. The coverage is still there. It's not cakey, it's not oxidized, I haven't changed colour at all, I don't think. You know, as it's absorbed the oil, I don't think that it's changed the consistency or anything of the product at all. I think I pretty much look the same as when I applied it. I'm just a little bit shiny. I'll probably try some more mineral foundation now. Never tried it before, but I'm pretty much converted. So surprised that it gives the same kind of coverage as a liquid foundation, and it feels weightless. You would imagine that something like that would feel really heavy and powdery on your face, but it doesn't at all. So if you're interested in trying this, I definitely would recommend it. It's something that totally surprised me, and yeah, I'm interested to try some more in future now, and I'll definitely be using this one again.